Let me just afterwards. Happy Friday, everybody. Um, January 24th, 2025. We got a special person in the house today, the one and only Scott Leroy. Most of you, if not all of you, know Scott. Is our, should I say, marketing specialist, marketing guru, uh, online person. Scott is real, by the way. Some of you always asking, is Scott an AI? No, is real. Um, we have the evidence, right, Scott?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have picture evidence. Yeah.
We have picture evidence. Um, Scott, it goes back to, I believe, 2012,
Yeah.
2000, yeah, about that, when he formed his company uh, to basically provide a premier digital marketing solutions for small businesses, medium-sized businesses like us. And he's been really our go-to one-stop shop guru solution, brainstorming about anything to do with what us professionals, also as brokerages, offices, and as individuals, if it's a solo agent, if it's teams, to figure out solutions of how to leverage technology into our systems and our businesses. So Scott, with no further ado, tell us more and give us some more information about what's new out there in your world.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, thank you so much for having me on today. I really appreciate it. So, much like Meny was saying, so my name is Scott Leroy. I run what I call the lamest name company of all time, Scott Leroy Marketing, and we're really here to kind of help you with anything and everything on the tech side, on the marketing side, just to make your life that much easier. So, a couple big things on here. First and foremost, especially on the technology side, that I love highlighting, and really getting into 2025. One of the biggest things, and Meny kind of touched on this as well too, is really jumping into the AI side of everything. What can you actually utilize AI for? What are some of the best uses in this case? What could potentially cost you money? What's going to be free on there? So a couple big things that I always kind of highlight first and foremost that I'd love for everyone to take a look at. If you aren't utilizing ChatGPT quite yet, I would highly suggest using that immediately. We actually have a bunch of prompts that we're going to be launching on our website very soon that'll really allow you to kind of go through and take some of these ideas and say, how can we use this to help me out? I utilize that platform from OpenAI every day, and it helps to kind of streamline everything that I need to do, whether it's a very simple task of just rewriting something to make it sound more professional, or even just going through and kind of brainstorming on certain things. I am not, for instance, a wizard in Excel like I thought I was. So this is a great way for me to be able to help out and kind of adjust everything even quicker. So that's one big thing, especially in 2025, I would highly suggest taking advantage of. And then even beyond that, on the CRM side, there's a couple different extra items that I'd love to kind of highlight as well too. And Meny, if this is okay, I wasn't sure if this was only KW agents or if this was additional agents as well too. So
We
there's
we
a
we always have guests, but do your thing and you can share
okay.
screen. So
Yeah, that'd be perfect. I was going to say, if I can share my screen, that'd be fantastic. There's a couple things on here I definitely wanted to highlight getting into 2025 as well too that may help you out, especially when going through like how to utilize the CRMs, how to actually go through and take advantage of social media, look into analytics on here. So a few big things that I wanted to highlight, and while I'm stalling for this, I want to sign into one thing to kind of highlight you all, especially on the command side on here too. So if you are joining on as a guest and you aren't, with Keller Williams or anything, that's where this will give you a little bit of a peek into what it would be like joining on at KW as well too. All right, so well, first and foremost, on the scoutlordmarketing.com site on here, one of the biggest things that I really wanted to highlight, especially getting into 2025 for y'all, is just making sure that you're taking advantage of everything that we have to offer as well too, because going into the CRM side, going into the social side, going into the analytical side, and I can't highlight enough on the analytical side in this case of how you're tracking anything and everything. I love looking at data all day long, so this will help out tremendously on here. So first thing first, when we're actually looking on scoutlordmarketing.com, once again, you can access this with your market center number to be able to get into everything. But one of the biggest things that I'd love to highlight for y'all is that we have our agent support section. And I'll put this link inside the chat on here. This is a great way for us to be able to go through and just help you out even further. So I'm going to add this over here for y'all. These are all, once again, free services that we can actually provide for you to help out with anything and everything. But the three big ones that I wanted to highlight on here, first and foremost, just something even simple in this case that we can do for you. So we've got our top rated services, which is fantastic. So if you aren't utilizing the CRM tools, CRM platform quite yet through Command, and maybe you're on another CRM, or maybe you just haven't taken full advantage of it, then we can come on here and actually help to get all those contacts imported immediately to make sure that you're taking advantage of this, and we can get this off your plate right away too. Now, beyond that, we also happen to have a bunch of additional items on here that are all accessible for you, including our marketing support, which includes our monthly newsletter that we have on here. So one of the biggest things that I really wanted to highlight for y'all is that every month we're coming out with a newsletter to get in front of your contacts very easily. And the best part is you don't have to worry about creating it. You don't even have to worry about sending it out. We're going to do all this for you. So I'll put this link inside the chat section as well in case anyone wants to take advantage of that immediately. But this is something where you can actually specify to us, hey, do you want us to send this out to specific tags? Do you want to send this out to all contacts? Are you going to send this out on your own? Maybe you want to make some tweaks to it. And the reason I wanted to show this on here is because every month we're going through and creating this for y'all. And inside that particular newsletter, it's very generalized. So it's meant to work, with other newsletters that you're sending out, like a monthly neighborhood nurture, for instance, that'll highlight, the statistics side of it. This is just going to be very top level. It's going to say, hey, if I'm sending this out, I just want you to remember that I'm the real estate agent of choice for you to utilize. And more importantly, when you think of a real estate agent, I want you to think of me directly. All right, so on here, it's just highlighting, hey, welcome to 2025. Here are some seller updates for 2025 to look forward to. Here are some buyer updates for 2025. Here are some top New Year's resolutions for homeowners. And then even beyond that, here's some fun New Year items for 2025 that you can really take advantage of too. And then just ending in that call to action on here of, for guidance, advice, or assistance with any real estate goals, feel free to reach out. So we create these every month for y'all, just to be able to send these out, because getting in front of your database is one of the simplest ways to ensure that you're getting that repeat and referral business coming back your way. So this is just a simple way for us to say, hey, let's remain top of mind, because first and foremost, you never know when someone's going to be looking to buy or sell. And you also don't know when they're going to be talking to someone that might be looking to buy or sell, and they can reference you right away. So I want to make sure that you're top of mind immediately on here. All right, so that's one big thing that I want to highlight on this particular page.
Scott,
And
quick
then
question about
yeah.
the newsletter. I mean, first of all, if it's new to someone out here on the call, uh, you know, this is it. So take advantage of what it's been given to you. Can you, if you control, as in Scott Leroy, control the content and the automation, which is usually the best thing. Is there a specific day that it goes out, or can you also, change the date when it goes out to your clients?
Oh, easily. Yeah. So this can actually be changed at any time. So the good part is once we launch this live and then it comes in on here, and we can actually, that's a great question. I think we should actually add inside a section on here that says, when would you like this to go live for you? Because on here, we can actually get this launched and set up for you. And then once we're actually getting this activated, we can specify for this to come out at a different time. So when we're adding inside, like I'll just add myself as an example on here. We can then go through and specify when we want that to come out. So if I want to add them to the smart plan on here, we can then say like, hey, I don't want to send it out today, but let's go ahead and send it out on, or sorry, I don't want to send it out tomorrow, but let's send it out on Monday. I don't want to interrupt over the weekend or anything. I want to get that when it's coming out right on here. But we can specify that as well too, and just to make sure that it's going out right away. So there's some people that will like it to come out immediately, some that want to pick the specific time on there, but we can also specify that immediately too. Yeah. Or if you happen to have a bunch of contacts that are getting added on here, another great thing that we can do, just to give you a heads up, is say if you have, I've only got 7 contacts on here, so it might not be as big of an issue, but if you've got thousands of contacts and maybe you don't want to get flooded with emails back from them potentially, we can also set this up where when we're adding in this smart plan for you as that monthly newsletter, we can stagger this as well too. So if I want to go through and add inside that January newsletter, then I can say, hey, instead of starting on a specific date, let's stagger the start. And I only want to send out 2 per day. So that way, if it's requesting anything on there, obviously in this one, it's just going to be a simple newsletter. But in case people start to reach back out to you and you don't want to get flooded with emails or contacts or anything of that sort that's too overwhelming, we can also specify how many to send out daily to help you out too. So some great ways to really take advantage of that. One of the other big things, and I'll come back to this one in a second, is all the free marketing templates I'm going to talk about. But the one big item on here that I really want y'all to take a look at and take advantage if you can is all around your website support. So back in August, your websites went through a massive update. They got a nice little upgrade, but all the prior pages went away. All right, so in this case, if you need any of those extra pages added back in, not only can we help with that, but we can actually add inside a plethora of options on here. And when I was talking about the analytics side before, we can also help to get Google Analytics up and running on your account. All right, so this way we can go through and add that in immediately. And Thomas, I just saw the message on here saying all the reviews were lost on there. No problem. So if those reviews are also on other platforms, like maybe you have them on Google, Zillow, Facebook, we can also help to add those back in for you right away too. So we can make sure that that's highlighted again, not only on your homepage, but then also, in addition to that, over on a separate page as well too. Yeah. And then I just saw a question came in on Google Analytics. Definitely. So one of the big things on the Google Analytics side that we can help with on here is not only getting this up and running on your website, but this will actually help you to go through and be able to see, what are people potentially looking at. So unlike, going through command when someone signed into the website, you can see, hey, John Smith is looking at this property right now and they're signed in. Well, this is going to show you instead a couple extra analytical items, like how many people are coming over your website each day. What pages are they on? And one of my favorite things is, what pages are they leaving from? But more importantly, what type of device are they using? Are they coming in over on a mobile device? Are they on a tablet? Are they on a desktop, laptop? Are they on a Mac? Are they utilizing a PC? So the reason I love seeing all of that data is because then when you start to go out and do outbound marketing, maybe you want to send out, a couple different ads, or maybe you want to start creating different pages on your website. Well, this way you can say, hey, if they're coming over and they're all coming from a mobile device, they might be searching for my site online via mobile too. So maybe I want to make everything a little bit quicker, a little bit more video oriented instead of them just seeing some text-based items or images. All right, this will allow them to come back over and you can start marketing to them immediately. So once again, on the Google Analytics side, it's not going to put a name to who's looking at everything, but you are going to be able to see a good amount of information on your website, where people are coming from, what they're utilizing, how long they're staying on the websites. This will give you a nice little insight into how you can actually market even further on it. All right, so that's one of my favorite things to highlight. And then once again, Emilio, about the testimonials, we also have the option on here where you can request us to add inside those testimonials so we can get that rocking and rolling for you. Or in this case, you can just email us directly. So at the bottom of every page is our contact info. So I'll put that email on here directly too. So that way, if you want to add this in, all right, then that'll help out to get this adjusted on here so we can add in those testimonials right away. Or if you're just saying like, hey, I lost all these extra pages on here, all right, then we can actually click on this right away and we can add inside all those. Perfect. I saw that coming over. That's fantastic. All right. Yeah. And then Bob, I did see the question coming about, can you help us get verified with Google? We can. Yep. So there's a couple different things that we can do on there as well too to make sure that everything is getting verified properly. So we've got step-by-step instructions to kind of help with that, especially if you're looking to get the Google business page up and running. So that's something that we unfortunately aren't doing for free. We do have an a la carte item, but we can at least send you those step-by-step instructions to make sure that's taken care of immediately to get that up and running too. All right, but if you do need all these extra pages adjusted on here, we can get that rocking and rolling right away for you. So that way we can spruce up your site even further on here. All right. And one thing, for those that might not know about getting verified on Google, so a couple extra things that are available on there. Obviously, we can help to get verified, but then also what I was talking about too, is more around how you can actually be found on social media on here. Or not social media, sorry, on Google on here. You can also be found on social media, but this is how you can be found on Google directly. So when people are searching for your name, and trust me, when you send stuff out to them, there's a good chance they're going to start searching for your name to see what pops up. And you want to make sure all positive things are coming up on here. So we can see on here, I've got, my LinkedIn, I've got Facebook, I've got YouTube, I've got our website, obviously. But then on the right-hand side, we also have this free real estate of our Google business page. So if you do not have this set up, you can access this by going to business.google.com. Right, and that'll give you access to that right away, where you can actually start to receive reviews on here that you'll retain no matter what. You can add inside your own information, and more importantly, this is free real estate that's available for you. So when people start searching for you, this is going to pop up. So we want to make sure that highlights as quick as possible on here. And if you need help getting this set up, we have step-by-step directions to get that launched on here to make sure everything's going through. All right. Now, the other big item I did want to highlight for y'all that's relatively new that can help out, and Meny highlighted this a little bit in the very beginning on the marketing side, is that on here we have what we call our agent concierge section. So a couple big things that are coming this month, actually. Under our templates section, we have free templates, and these are all available for y'all to take advantage of, all through Canva, so you can use them in excess of what's available through your designs platform. But we're about to launch even more templates on here to help you out. So that way, if you have just a free account, we can get that going. Or if you have a premium or pro account, that's no problem as well. We can get that launched too. All right, but then we also have to have our agent concierge section on. All right, so under agent concierge, this is where you can actually reach out to us, and I'll put this over in the chat section too. And we can make some free listing collateral for you right away. Right, and you heard that correct. This is all going to be completely free, completely complimentary. Just in the graciousness of the office, they are taking care of this, so please utilize this. But if you need a flyer, a social piece, a postcard created, you can actually hop on here and you'll be able to fill out this quick form. And within one business day, we're going to make this piece for you. And we're going to send this back with step-by-step instructions on how you can actually send this out as a smart planner, how you can post this out on your social platforms too. All right, so just a few questions that you can fill out on here saying, is yes, this is my first time, so we'll ask a couple extra items to ensure we've got all the branding down, or no, I've already submitted a request, so we'll be good to go. All right, you can put inside your market center number on here, so I'll put in 354, for instance. All right, and then are you submitting this for yourself or on behalf of someone else? I'll say maybe I'm setting for myself on here. Put inside our contact info. All right, so here's the name on here. And then outside of that, we can also put in, hey, how would you prefer to view these different templates? Do you want to view the most popular ones? Do you want to view all available designs, which will show 40 plus? So depending on which ones you want to look at, if you don't want, choice paralysis or anything, most popular might be a better option. And let's say you're just looking for a social post today. All right, well, now it's going to give you all the different templates that you can choose from that we can make for you right away. So this will give you the opportunity to go through and say, what piece would you like? And we can get that set up immediately for you. So maybe you're saying, hey, I want social post 47, for instance. Well, great. And then here's the address. So we're going to then pull this information from the MLS, from Kidu.com to make this for you. And then you can just let us know what the listing status might be. So if it's, for sale, fantastic. And then how do you want to receive this? So once again, when this is submitted to us within one business day, we're going to get all of this created for you and send this back along with, this, completed piece on here that's going to highlight your listing, highlight your information, the office information, everything you'll need for compliance. And we're going to send this back over to you along with step-by-step instructions on how you can post this out over on social, or how you can email this out as a smart plan immediately to get out in front of your contacts. So once again, another great way to really take advantage of your CRM, stand out a little bit, and make sure that you're utilizing everything possible. And more importantly, taking advantage of something that's available completely complimentary to you as well. So this is a great way to do this. And more importantly, not only is it a great way to stay in front of your current clients, but it's a great way to potentially generate leads as well too, because you never know if this is going out on social, who may see it. Or if you then want to take this and say you're going over into command and you want to convert this over into an ad, that's also a possibility as well, where you can go through the campaign section, create a quick little ad over through, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be that you want to highlight, and you can get that pushed out immediately on here as well too. All right, so it'll all be accessible for you. All right, so some fun stuff that's available on there. And then one other thing that I did want to highlight for you, especially on the CRM side, one thing that we just launched on here, and completely up to you, we haven't done much advertising on this. You're basically getting to see really a very new version of this. We just officially launched these back on January 14th, I believe officially on January 14th. That's what it says on here, at least. We've got a couple more that are getting added in as well. But these are what we call our roadmaps. If you're looking for something to do to become more proficient in, farming, database management, open houses, marketing, FISBOs, we've got another one coming out for expired luxury marketing. We've got a combination one. So if you're wondering, hey, what can I do on my database to really get in front of people, to really make sure I'm utilizing it? This is going to be a smart plan that will give you one task per day for 100 days. So over the next 100 days, this is going to send something out to you, basically saying what you should do to start utilizing your database even more. And it's very simple stuff on here too. Just something that you can go through and check off that'll take, maybe 5 to 10 minutes at the most. All right, so like day one, for instance, just log into your account and review your current database. All right, so this is just a very quick thing just to make sure that you've got everything ready to go. And then on day two, look for any duplicates or outdated contacts to start to clean everything up. So I always love talking about spring cleaning, but this is a great thing to highlight, especially for 2025, to make sure you're cleaning up as much as possible as we start the new year off on the right foot. All right, so once again, these are just going to come out each day on here to help you out. All right, and then beyond that, we have other items once again for farming. We've got one for open houses, marketing, and even FISBOs on here as well too. All right. Now, the final big thing that I did want to highlight for y'all, and it's not live quite yet, but it is going to be live very soon, is that if you are looking for some done-for-you marketing collateral, not only do we have the agent concierge section, but in this section, we're going to be launching this for February, you're going to see a monthly content calendar. This is going to give you everything that you can post out over the next, in February, in this case, 28 days, or in this case, the entire month, along with captions of what you can add inside and each day that you can post these out to help out. So it's going to be a combination of, interior design options, maybe updates that are happening throughout for the month on there, any holidays, any motivational items. So it won't be specific to the area, but it's going to be a great item that you can then get out on to your database, out on social media to once again keep you top of mind for everyone. Because that's one of the biggest things I always love highlighting is you want to make sure that you're the first person they think of when they think they need a real estate agent. So please be on the lookout for that coming out very soon, because that's going to be launching shortly on here for you to utilize. So once it comes out, we'll be making a nice large notice on there to help out with everything. But I just want to make sure y'all know that this is coming down the pipeline for February, along with obviously our next newsletter on there too. But there's a lot that can be done on the marketing side, on the CRM side, on the lead generation side that we can help out with. And the best part is just about everything I highlighted on there for you is stuff that we can just do for you, completely complimentary, just once again from the graciousness of the offices on here. So please feel free to contact us and let us know what we can do to help out even more. But hopefully this is a little bit eye-opening on all the extra newer items that are available for you that we can start getting going to get your name out there even further.
Hey, that's like tons to digest in 25 minutes at 8 a.m. Pacific time. You're clearly in Florida right now still.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit more awake. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's all brilliant and really it's just the way that Scott present everything is just bottom line, like, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4 almost by the order of importance, right? Nothing more, nothing less. There's a lot of other stuff as well, but it's just really you touched all the fundamentals, right?
Yes.
That I think that if every person will put some emphasis even more of this year, it's going to add a lot to their business. Not to mention that most of it, almost all of it, can be automated by just using your services, right? That most of them are complementary because we are as an offices, we subscribe to uh, to to your company.
You do. Yeah. So yes, and that's the best part is that we're here to help y'all. So we want to make sure that everything that you need help with, we can come back on here and say, all right, let's go through and help with this even further, especially around all the key to technology. That's what we specialize in. And then obviously some stuff beyond that, as you saw today. But we really want to make sure you're taking advantage of everything. And I always love to say that we want to help you to basically get back out there and help people buy and sell homes and not worry about the tech side. So the tech side can always, in some cases be a little bit of a pain point, at times and everything. Sometimes they don't always work, 100% properly, but that's what we're here for to help you out on that. So that way we can alleviate that pain and make sure that you're out there doing what you do best, and we can take all this off your plate right away.
Take away the pain.
Yes.
Other questions anybody has for Scott while we have him over here live? You can type it in the chat. And Scott, we're gonna be seeing you as well in a couple of weeks in Vegas.
Yes, as I said, I'll be out there in Vegas, and so I definitely want to be able to see everybody, and hopefully I'll be able to take my standard picture that I do at every family reunion and mega camp. I want to make
Absolutely.
sure I'm out there.
Absolutely. All right, Scott Leroy, as always, you're brilliant. Thank you for the content, for your support, for your wisdom. And everybody, make sure to do at least one thing today, or at least figure out what you want to do to boost your business this year through Scott's services. So thank you, Scott.
Of course. No, thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone in a couple weeks, but more importantly, feel free to reach out, obviously today and before that, so we can help out immediately.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, everybody. Happy Friday, Scott.
Happy
Appreciate it.
Friday. See y'all soon.
It's
See you in a
awesome.
bit.
Thank you.